All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Hey.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and in today's video, we're going to go over how we can not only slow down, but completely stop one of the most frustrating plays in this year's game, and the play that I'm talking about is going to be Stretch Alert Bubble out of the single back wing slot formation. Now, this play has been giving people a ton of fits and a ton of headaches all year, as well as all the other RPOs in the game. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to show you two completely separate ways on how we can shut this play down. One's going to be where we set our defense up to shut it down on their own, and then we're going to talk about a gap shoot that we can do with our user as well. Okay, now in addition to that, we'll also talk about how you can learn and understand how to stop all the different RPOs and different metas that you're going to see in this year's game. Okay, that being said, let's hop into it. The first thing that we want to do is we are going to come out in a formation that has a slot corner. Okay, so you can use nickels, you can use dollar, anything like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure that in our coaching adjustments, our auto flip is on and our auto alignment is base. Okay, now we're going to be using 3-3 odd here for this video. We did drop a game plan on this, and this is a formation that we run a ton. But like I said, you can run this out of a variety of different things. All right, so what we're going to do, and what I think is the best coverage shell behind it, is going to be cover 3 cloud. But again, to actually stop the stretch itself and the bubble, you can pick any play you want. Okay, so what we're going to do here when we come out in this play is we're going to press our entire defense. We're going to man up the slot corner to the slot receiver that's on that bubble, and then we're going to blitz the outside corner on the side of the stretch. Okay, now from here you see that we took the flat off the field in this cover 3 cloud type look. So I do like to replace that flat with the right of screen linebacker. So we're going to put him in a hard flat. Okay, you could put him in a curl flat if you wanted him to be a little deeper. We're just replacing the guy that we're blitzing out there with that corner. Okay, now from there, we don't have to do a single thing with our user. All right, when they call hike, you're going to see that our outside corner is going to be coming in free and hitting that running back in the backfield every single time. All right, so if we go to the replay, what you're going to see is that based off of his alignment, when he's base aligned and pressed out here, the tight ends do not recognize him as a threat. And so he's going to get a free run in here to the backfield every single time. Okay, you see there, he's able to hit him 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, if we set this up again, we're going to press. We're going to man up the slot corner to the slot receiver. And this is why we want a formation that has a slot corner, just so he's out here in position with a good alignment on this bubble route. And then we're going to blitz the outside corner and then replace him with a flat. It can be a hard flat. It can be a curl flat. Okay, now from there, when they call hike, you're going to see that our guy just runs into the backfield and he's able to hit that running back time and time again. And you're going to be able to frustrate your opponent because you don't really have to do anything with your user with this setup. It's going to be hard for them to really run this play the way that they want to run it because we're taking away both threats. Okay, now, like I said, this is the first way that we can stop it when we don't have to use or anything and we don't want to use a gap shoot. Now, I know a lot of people like using it or doing this with their user and having a gap shoot to make sure they can take things into their own hands. We have that, and we have a lot more over at our site at HuddleGG in our Meta Buster. So what our Meta Buster is we meet throughout the year and we decide what we're seeing out there as the meta, what we're facing the most of, and we talk about how we can attack those meta defenses and how we can also stop the meta offenses that we're seeing. So again, we have all the different RPOs and how you want to stop those on the site right now, as well as other defenses and how to attack those also. And like I said, this is something that's going to be updated throughout the year. So make sure you do head over to HuddleGG today to check out that Meta Buster and start to understand how you can attack the things that you're seeing the most on a day-to-day basis. Now, with that being said, let's hop back into this and talk about the second way that we can stop the stretch alert bubble. Okay, now like I said, this is going to be with our user. All right, so what we want to do is we want to find a 3-down lineman set where we can pinch the lineman down and create what we can create out of dollar. Right now, we can do this out of 3-3 odd as well, and I'll show you that here. But you can also do this out of, like I said, dollar. Okay, now we're going to come out, and you can come out in any play for this. So we're going to come out and cover 3 cloud. I highly recommend still pressing and manning up the slot corner to the slot receiver, just in case they are running that bubble. But what we want here is we want to pinch our line down and we want to crash them down as well. So our interior 3 linemen, we want to look like this. Okay, so you see how they're tight here in the formation and how they're all crashing down with their angles. That's what we're looking for. Those are the only 3 guys we really want rushing here, so that last guy to the right side of the screen there that's also blitzing, we're just going to zone him off and do a curl flap. Okay, now from here we want to hide on this back hip with our linebacker, backside here. This is our user. We want to hide on the back hip of the D tackle, and we're going to have a gap shoot every single time to the right side of the screen when they're trying to run this stretch. Okay, so when they call hike, you're going to see that we're able to shoot that, and we're able to make that tackle in the backfield. Okay, now if we go to the replay, what you'll see is when we set this up, the way that it crashes the line down, and with the guys dropping to the right, this tackle is going to go out right, and everyone else has to pinch down. You see our right guard, center, and left guard have to pinch down to take out the D line. So again, from there, it's going to open up this gap right here in between the guard and the tackle, where we're able to run right through. And again, you just want to make sure you hit that running back and make that tackle in the backfield. Okay, now the press and the manning up the slot receiver, none of that actually is affecting us stopping the stretch itself. So I'll show you here. If we just crash our line down, pinch them, and then we're going to drop that last rusher there to the right, we can still do this. Like I said, we do want to press and man up the slot corner to stop the bubble, but I'll show you here that we're going to have the same gap shoot here when they try to run this, and we're going to be able to get in the backfield. And a lot of times you're going to get some craziness up the middle as well with that crash and pinch down D line. But you can see there, we're able to hit this in the backfield time and time again. Again, add these two different concepts to your defense to really shut down these RPO stretch plays that your opponent's going to use. And once they start to realize that they're not going to have success with this, they're going to get away from it quickly and go to something that they're less comfortable in. So again, make sure you add this to your defense today to start getting those much needed stops.